So this week we didn't really have a lecture, but for my video journal, I just wanted to talk about what I learned from this Bob Graham Center tour. I've been mildly involved with the Bob Graham Center throughout my time at UF, especially this year because I'm in Gator Impact Scholars, and it's an organization that formerly wasn't involved in the Bob Graham Center, but now we're partnered with the Florida Health Policy Leadership Academy, which is part of the Bob Graham Center. So I've gotten to see a little bit more of what they do. I've gone to a few of their professional development workshops, but also through student government, I've hosted events in Pugh Hall, which is where the Bob Graham Center is housed. So I've gotten to just see a bit of what they do through that and see the inner workings of those things. So what I've really seen is that the center is built on three main goals: civic engagement, leadership development, and public policy research. And all of this was really founded by our former Florida Governor, Bob Graham. His vision was to create a space where students become leaders in public service and public life, whether that's working in government, shaping policy, or just getting involved in their local communities. And what's really, really interesting that they really tried to emphasize in this presentation is that you don't need to be pre-law or poli-sci to get involved in the Bob Graham Center. The center welcomes students of all majors, and they just emphasize that good leadership and informed citizenship is for every student and every person. One of the most popular programs that they talked about was the Bob Graham Center Student Fellows, and they were saying this is kind of like dipping your toes into the Bob Graham Center. It's a group of students that just lead civic initiatives, organize events, and connect the UF campus to influential speakers like elected officials, policy experts, and activists. And as a fellow, you gain leadership expertise or leadership experience, meet like-minded students, and build a really great professional network of people that might be able to help you in the future. But their real emphasis there was that a lot of their student fellows aren't poli-sci, aren't pre-law. They're just interested in civic engagement and want to get other students engaged. Another opportunity that I'm really familiar with, I wasn't a part of it, but I applied in my freshman year, was Freshman Leadership Council. I had a lot of friends in it, and now I mentor a lot of students from the Freshman Leadership Council because a lot of them are in student government. This group is really, really outstanding, honestly. They introduce freshmen to leadership through public service. They do a lot of work for different charities, and they teach them so much about programming, which is so important in college and so overlooked by so many public health science students. You get mentorship from upperclassmen that are either in your major or just are going on similar paths that you are. And they also do workshops on resumes, public speaking, and also just how to budget for an event. I've seen the events that these kids put on, and it is so incredible to see what freshmen can do because I was not able to do that in freshman year. It's also just a great way to build a network. That group becomes really, really well connected to each other. And it also just builds your confidence early and gets you something on your resume in your freshman year. The center is also a major supporter of internship opportunities. Dr. Bird was really, really adamant that anyone can get an internship through the center if they just show interest in it and put some effort into it. But especially in areas related to government, there's a lot of internship opportunities. The Graham Center also offers financial assistance so that students from all backgrounds can gain real-world experience, and they do DC internships, Tallahassee internships, and even local internships in Gainesville. One that really interested me is that they were talking about internships at the health department, but the center is really great at connecting you to real-world work that aligns with your interests. Past students that I know have interned with congressional offices or even just advocacy organizations nearby. And the one that's really important to me recently is the Florida Health Policy Leadership Academy. This initiative is so cool to me because it's a really big networking opportunity for students that want to get involved in that implementation science and, actually doing the work of public health, not just the research side. So the initiative is really perfect for students that are interested in the intersection of health and public policy. And these students are working with the entirety of the fellows in the Health Policy Leadership Academy. So there's the fellows that are community leaders that are actually trying to create change in their communities. And then we have the health policy the Health Policy Academy ambassadors that are students, and they're facilitating workshops so that these fellows can learn about different topics that are affecting their communities. But through that, you're networking with the fellows. And then as a Gator Impact Scholar, being partnered with the Bob Graham Center has been such a huge help because now I get partnered with a fellow and get to work on their specific project. So my project is about housing in Flagler County and finding different supportive housing models. So it's really just thrown me into what implementation science looks like and what local work looks like in public health. So it's just been an incredible opportunity. What I love most about the Bob Graham Center is what I heard in the presentation is that it just meets you where you are. Whether you're just looking to explore public service or you have a plan to run for office one day, the center gives you the tools and the mentorship to grow in that opportunity. To wrap up, what I've learned is that the Bob Graham Center is more than just a space. It creates a community of students that want to be civically engaged and want to be involved in their community and on campus. It's a place where students come to learn, lead, and make change, and it just is an incredible opportunity that is so missed on campus.